Hey everyone, Dev with Crime Hive, and we are back with yet another missing person case. This is very active, very ongoing, and I certainly want to get this information out quickly. There's a lot of different resources that we will talk about in this. I can tell you right off the top that she is a young woman, 25 years old, registered nurse, lives in Arkansas, and we're going to get into more of the nitty gritty on this. And I found a few really good resources that we're going to mention as well. And again, if you like these kind of true crime videos, subscribe to my channel. You can hit that bell notification as I come out with more updates. Now, let's talk about this particular case here. So, this resource is attempt2locate.wixsite.com. I believe I got this from Plunder, so kudos to her. This is a really good resource that I can speak about as we're going through this. So this is what she looks like. If you haven't seen this case already, it's Thursday night as I'm doing this video. She was considered missing yesterday afternoon while out on a jog or a run in her area in Grubbs, Arkansas. So a couple facts that they mention here on this site that kind of help us with a timeline is a few things. She was at the gym earlier that day on Wednesday about 12 p.m. according to her trainer. So she's really into working out and did that often. She would often go on these jogs in around her area. So she is a nurse in Newport, Arkansas. Just to give you an idea, Newport, Arkansas is right here, but she is from Grubbs right here. So just to kind of give you some context here. And then, so it's not very far from each other. Now, she was known to jog in kind of a little path around here off the freeway. So you've got the 18 right here, and then you got these routes like 41 right here, 42. And she was known to jog around this area. Now, we did learn some new updates, and I'll talk about that as well. Her phone was recovered in this area, and that's going to be huge for this investigation. So, couple things here. Like I mentioned, cell phone was found. They're asking anybody that had traveled around that path from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Wednesday to contact the Jackson County deputies. So it's in Jackson County, right in that area in Arkansas. Now, a few other things here. She was seen apparently on a Ring doorbell cam at her brother's house at about 1 p.m. that same day. Apparently, a UPS driver may have seen her between 2:30 and 3 p.m. And her phone was actually found in that same area as well. Huge thing here that we're going to talk about in a little bit is she was known to have an Apple Watch. And then she did have her iPhone, which was recovered as far as we know. And investigators are looking into that right now. She had posted back in Twitter, apparently a little while back in July, the end of July, that a bike had almost run her over. Don't know if it's related, but this was a pretty disturbing coincidence here. According to this article, it was mentioning that another woman was recently knocked unconscious in the Jonesboro's Craighead Forest on a run this week. And when I was looking into that, I actually did see a report here. This comes from NIA Report, and it's apparently you've got the Jonesboro Police Department involved, and it's a very small article. I don't know too much about the facts on this case other than from this article here, but it literally talks about a woman reporting an attack while running at the city park, and this was just days prior, just on Monday. The other coincidence, about 3 p.m. So this is in the middle of the day, just around the same time frame that we know Sydney went missing. So really interesting. In this case, I still want to dig and learn more about this, but apparently what happened is she was assaulted while she was running, and she was attacked from behind. Didn't see or hear anything. She was knocked unconscious apparently, and when she came to, she apparently was able to run and call for help, but she had no idea what this attacker looked like, didn't even know if it was a male or female, and apparently detectives were assigned to this case. So not very far away, and this is when she's running on those trails in the woods. So it's just a really similar experience is what we're seeing right now with the missing of Sydney. And it's not that far away. We're looking at about 30 minutes away from Grubbs, Arkansas. Takes place about the same time of day. Don't know if it's connected. I just thought that was an interesting coincidence. Wanted to put that out there as well. The other thing it mentioned in this report here, or on this site that was put together, a couple other things. She was wearing this white tank top and black shorts. So there's photos of that, and I just want to show you. So this was really interesting because they show a little visual of what I was showing you on the map as well, as far as where she lived, where the phone was found and located, and then this is her jogging route. Now, I do want to point out on that, apparently she was known to do this loop when she was jogging. We're creatures of habit. Makes you wonder if someone was out there noticing her, go on these paths, every day or whatever her schedule was, and start to run this route. And if she ran that same path or she used those same trails, makes you wonder if somebody was waiting for that opportunity, if she was in fact abducted, or if something sinister like that had happened. Now, a couple other things that I want to show. I want to show you these pictures here, give you more context on what she looks like. She's about 5'3", 103 pounds, so very petite, thin. She's got brown eyes, blonde hair, and then more pictures of her right here. And this apparently was the tank top that she might have last been seen wearing. That, and then she was wearing black shorts right here. This was actually the Ring doorbell that was posted as well. And so just to give you, I'll also just kind of zoom in on that as well to show you. So she was seen through that about 1 p.m. on Wednesday. You've got the outfit that she was seen there, and we'll just get out of that here. So a lot of updates, a lot of support from the community. It looks like the community there it's just a very small community, not a lot of people, but it seems like a lot of people are very active, volunteering, helping. They were doing an active search throughout the entire night tonight on Thursday, and they've been actively searching. They had to call it off apparently, and it's going to continue again in the morning. Now, the phone aspect could be really crucial because it sounds like investigators are going through her social media accounts, iCloud, that sort of stuff. And just to give you an idea, with the Apple Watch, it could potentially help investigators out here. So there's a couple ways that they could do that. I'm just going to play this quick little video to give you an idea of how that could play out.
The other way to find your Apple Watch is using the Find iPhone app. Specifically, you can go to the Watch app on your iPhone, choose your Apple Watch, then press the little I button, and then find My Apple Watch. This will take you directly into the Find iPhone app and search for your Apple Watch. You can also use this method from iCloud.com and the Find iPhone app as well. So make sure you've actually set up Find My iPhone for your iPhone. As long as it's set up on your iPhone, then it's automatically set up for your Apple Watch. However, I found that this option didn't work on my Apple Watch immediately when I was making this video. My Apple Watch showed up on the map and was found, but it wouldn't emit the sound. I had to do a hard reset, and then it worked.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure why.
So, just wanted to give you guys an idea of the scenario and how crucial that Apple Watch could be, and that potential resource could really help investigators in this. So they are absolutely actively searching and doing that. And then another thing I wanted to point out that was on that report is it said there were few sex offenders in that area in Jackson County. And I'm sure maybe you all are very aware, you can easily go online in your community and do a sex offender check in that area. And oftentimes you will see very public information. You'll see people's names here, their addresses, because they legally need to register their address. Police often check on them to make sure that they're still living at that address. It can be a felony if they move and do not tell investigators. So again, don't know if it's related, but sex offenders have been mentioned in that as well, and you can't rule anything out. So just as another resource and tool, especially anybody out there, wherever you are, it's always good to know people in your area, if there are offenders nearby, and just kind of create an awareness. And I think that's what I'm just trying to do through this is don't be afraid to search those resources. A lot of them are free when it comes to sex offender checks and things like that. And again, don't know if it's related, but I wanted to point that out as well. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. This again is very ongoing. We're going to learn more information about it. She is very much missing. Sounds like she was very well known. People offering a lot of support. She was very loved in this community. She is very loved in this community. We don't know what's happened to her other than her phone is in that area where she was last seen jogging. Phone was still intact. They did mention that it didn't seem like there was a struggle to indicate anything. You know, the phone wasn't broken or damaged. They didn't see any evidence of maybe a vehicle hitting her. They just didn't find that kind of evidence from the initial reports that I've seen. But you still can't rule it out. So I will be back with another video as I learn more on this as well. And if you have any new updates, because it's going to be very much evolving, definitely post those below, comment those below, and hopefully this information will get out to the right people and we can help find her soon as we continue to look. Thank you again. This is Dev with Crime Hive.